Okay, I have a brand new effect to share with you today that I believe has never been seen before. I'm going to assume I have up to 4 spectators here, and each of them can choose their own 4-of-a-kind cards for us to work with in this performance. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and turn those down. Okay, and you can have one of the spectators tell you how to randomly pick these up. That would be just fine. Okay. Now, of course, we really should mix the cards and mix them well here. So I'll just go ahead and just deal them out into 4 piles, and then have one of the spectators, perhaps one that hasn't spoken already, tell you how to pick these up. Far right, top center, bottom center, far left. Okay, very good. Now from here, I'll go ahead and give it a shadowy shuffle. And if you haven't seen this before, I can add a link in the description below. But more importantly, have one of the spectators randomly cut the packet wherever they would like and complete the cut. Okay. Now we really do need to mix these cards extremely well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to deal out into 4 piles, but mix the cards differently within each 4, as you'll see. So for the first 4 cards, I'll just deal them to the table, which reverses the order that they were in. For the next pile, I'll push off 2 pairs. For the next pile, I'll push off 2 pairs. And then the final 4, I'll just set on the table. Now, if you notice, we actually did the same thing to both of these piles. So maybe we should just go ahead and reverse those. That's easy to do. And then we'll just stack from right to left. Now, you really haven't made a lot of choices yet. So spectator 1 over here, we can deal the cards into 2 piles with random stacking decided by you. And we can do as many of these as you like. First off, how would you like these stacked? Right on left? How many more of those should I do? Just one more? Okay. A note to you as the performer, you can deal into 2 piles in this way with random stacking as many times as the spectator calls for. Maybe right on left again, that's just fine. Spectator 2, we're going to have you help us mix the cards in a very different way. I'm just dealing into 4 piles here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and randomly stack the columns according to your request. So this is column 1, column 2. Which one do you want on top? Column 2? Okay. So we're going to go like this. How would you like these stacked? Top on bottom. Okay. Would you like me to perform any more of those? You don't. Okay. But just know, speaking to you as the performer, you can deal out in this way into 4 piles with random stacking of the columns and then the piles as spectator 2 wants. Spectator 3, we're going to mix the cards in a very different way still. I'm doing something called an even up jog. This is where you jog forward the even position cards, those in positions 2, 4, 6, 8. But random stacking is decided by you. Right on left or left on right? Right on left, okay? Now we can do as many of these as you would like us to do. Do you want any more of those? You don't. Okay, but just know that you truly had a freedom to do 1 or more of these if you would like, okay? And then finally, spectator 4, you're going to have the craziest option of all. I'm going to perform, and here it is right here. It's called a shadowy 1 shuffle, okay? And I'll add a link in the description below to the shadowy 1. It's a crazy way to mix cards. But we can do 1 of those or 5 of those, however many you would like. Just 1 more? Okay, so in fact, I can even kind of teach it to you here. Push off the top card, the bottom card goes on top card here goes on bottom, bottom to top, top to bottom, bottom to top, top to bottom. And you just repeat that until all of the cards have been moved from one hand to the other. Okay, that's called a shadowy 1. Okay, hopefully you all agree that these cards are certainly in a state that none of us, including myself, could possibly know the ordering of the cards, for the simple reason that I could not have anticipated what choices each of the 4 of you would make independently of one another, okay? But despite that, we're going to try to pull off some magic together, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead, and you wouldn't do this with the spectator, but this is meant to be the educational nature of my videos, I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you a cheat sheet for what I'm going to be doing, which will help you visualize what you'll need to do for this final step before the finale. Okay, so I have the numbers here, and what I'm going to do is use the Klondike shuffle, pull off the top and bottom as 1, so that's pile 1. A pair goes here in pile 2. A pair goes here for pile 3. A pair goes here for pile 4. And then the 5th pair goes right there. The 6th pair goes right there. The 7th pair goes over here. And then the 8th pair goes right there. And then from here we just mix the cards within each column. Just slide them together. If they'll slide together. Very good. We can move our little help sheet there out of the way. Okay, so what I'll do now is just go ahead and let's just reveal what cards, or at least the bottom card, the bottom card of each of these piles here. Okay, so we see a queen, a king, a 7, and an ace. Okay, now if I recall correctly, I believe Spectator 1, I think you chose the aces, right? Let's see, Spectator 2, I think you chose the 7s. Spectator 3, the queens. And Spectator 4, the kings. Now, if you think about it, I've been using the word aces, 7s, queens, and kings in the plural, but we only see 1 up facing right now. So Spectator 1, take a look at the cards in your pile. They'd come in here and spread those and go, how in heaven's name? Spectator 2? Okay. Spectator 3, are you as lucky? You are indeed. And Spectator 4, I'm assuming, yep, we've nailed it for you as well. I don't know how the 5 of us working together could possibly be on the same magical wavelength to have pulled this off, not knowing ahead of time the choices that any of you 4 would make. Whoa. Okay, so if you do everything that I did, this will work perfectly. I'm going to add a link in the description below to the Charlier Shuffle, to the Charlier 1 Shuffle, and for a mathematical explanation of what's driving this, I'm going to add a link to a LinkedIn article that I published fairly recently on LinkedIn talking about this brand new 4-suit structure that has some of the most remarkable mathematical properties of any packet I've ever presented. So take a look at that article if you're interested in learning, okay, why is this working and what is really driving this. But otherwise, you have all of the steps. There's nothing more I need to explain. You should be able to do this right away. So thank you for watching, and take a look at other videos on the Absolute Math Magic channel.